Welcome back to We Never Learned the Rules in this episode 18 of our Masks of Nyarlathotep campaign. My name is Brendan, and I am your keeper for the evening, or day, or whatever time of day, but we'll just go with evening because it sounds cool.
You're the railroad conductor through our nightmares.
That's not inaccurate.
Next, we're going to be playing Horror on the Orient Express. I am joined today by Evan and Anna, who are playing Roni McMurray and Trixie Carnahan. Last episode, the two of them went to meet with Rebecca Carlyle in the Carlyle estate. They learned a little bit about Roger's ill-fated mission, the secret cause of the expedition in Margaret Tenui. And again, sorry for mispronouncing it. I just don't know. I don't have a pronunciation guide on everything in the world, people. I'm sorry.
We don't forgive you.
I know. Nor do you forget. And you purchased some of Roger's old books for a ridiculous sum of $10,000.
We just paid a lot of money for, I'm sure, is going to be our demise.
Did anyone else think that it was weird that she would sell us those books, like, for any money? Like, just give it to us. Like, you're so rich. It's like 10 grand's like nothing to you. Whatever. Also, 10 grand's nothing to me because I'm also rich. In the game, that wasn't Anna speaking. That was definitely Trixie.
Like, if anyone out there just wants to give us $10,000, we'd be very grateful.
Oh, yeah.
It would be grand, but
After receiving the books, Trixie saw Jackson Elias, her dead fiance, in the mirror of the bathroom as she was splashing some water on her face. Roni threatened to cast Dominate on Trixie to make her stop reading the books they just purchased. Trixie had a nightmare, and Roni then proceeded to do the same thing he told Trixie to stop doing.
yeah, I'm a martyr.
Yeah, last episode, Brendan really was the train conductor for the nightmare.
Well, I don't feel like I'm railroading you guys.
No, not
Oh, no, sorry.
I guess
You're not at all.
I guess a railroad has a different connotation when it comes to
Taterpkas.
To what? Oh,
Taterpkas.
Taterpkas.
Tabletop RPGs.
RPG. Oh, yeah.
Taterpkas.
See, that's what I thought you were saying, but I was just having a really hard time with that. Yeah, no. Just like basically, I had a nightmare, and I'm pretty fucked up now.
Yeah, loss of sanity. Sanity losses all abound.
I only lost one.
Yeah, they abound. And without further ado, let's get started on this. Episode 18 of Masks of Nyarlathotep. The morning comes. The sun, hidden behind the gray clouds of the snowy day in New York. It is freezing outside. And what would you like to do?
Okay, we got a few things that we could do. We could go to that prison, sing, sing, sing.
Oh my God, it's not called. Oh my God. I don't think so, buddy. I don't think so.
So we can go check out the prison, right? The sing. Is it sing?
Yeah, it's Sing Sing, but you did Sing 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 is a musical. It's not the same. Or it's a jazz song or something.
It's a jazz. It's at least one or both.
Yeah.
Okay, or I like the idea of checking out Arthur Fletcher's file on Carlyle. If we could somehow maybe find his... Did he have a practice somewhere?
Mm-hmm. So imagine, so it's the morning, right? And we're all waking up.
Yes. Kyle comes out in a short silk robe, toasts a bagel, and it's uncomfortably short. For you.
Good morning, Kyle.
Hey. Yeah.
Did
you come into my room last night?
Yeah, I've not been feeling super great.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't dreaming that.
No, that was real. Am I dreaming this? Do you have anything else to wear?
Yeah, you want to go put some pants on, bud?
This is my morning. Hey, you guys are crashing at my place. I don't change for anybody.
Well, I guess he really took all of those entries in his yearbook seriously.
What,
Never
Don't
change.
change. Never change.
He's like, got it.
It's like the one thing he like latches onto for the rest of his life. And you know what else?
He has a great summer.
I was going to say, he also had a kick-ass summer.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh, what's real sad is that could have been Peru. He graduated a year late
Oh,
at 19.
Oh boy.
was 18?
He was 19.
Oh my God. Yikes.
Nepotism.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just going to brush that off over my coffee. And I assume like I also like just snagged a bagel.
Yep.
While I'm having my breakfast, I'm just going to start Googling Arthur Fletcher and see if I can find any information on where he may have had a practice or something.
Yeah.
And I'm interested in what she's doing, but I am not standing behind the screen
Okay.
for fear of cameras pointing at me. But I am sitting across from her, incessantly asking everything she's doing and forcing her to describe it to me. Trixie, what do you see now?
Just come stand over here.
Did you figure out where he might be or where his, acquaintances are?
Not yet. There's a lot to sift through.
Are there more than one Arthur Fletcher?
Yeah, of course there are.
Yeah. Roll me library use as you look, or are you doing this? It's going to be computer use. Roll me computer use.
That's a 98. I kind of feel like my computer just got a virus.
You're using Kyle's computer and it already had him.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah, you find a few Arthur Fletchers. There was an Arthur Fletcher who appeared on Oprah, another Arthur Fletcher who appeared on Dr. Phil. A few Arthur Fletchers have published some books, all psychoanalysts and stuff. You don't know which one's the right one. You're able to find the addresses for all of their practices, but you don't know.
And there's like about how many?
I'd say you've got about 5.
5.
Kyle, do you have a phone book?
Ronnie, it's 2025. No one uses phone books anymore.
What do you mean? Of course they do. I use phone books.
He reaches into his robe and from his underwear pulls out his phone, just keeping it in the strap by his leg. Like, Ronnie, the database.
Well, it's not working for Trixie.
If you goggle it, has all the information you'll need on it.
Well, why can't Trixie find the right guy?
Yeah, that's why I never use my home computer. That's for porn only.
I imagine that at that moment, a pop-up comes up on the screen. And I'm just like, oh God, slam it closed. And to myself, I sort of mutter, and I thought those dreams I had last night were disturbing.
Oh my God.
Roll sanity.
The only reason Kyle made it through that sanity check and his mom didn't was because of all of the just really weird
He's into
shit
some kinky shit.
he's seen online. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's able to find you the information for where those practices are, but you don't know which is the correct doctor or where that practice used to be.
This would have been some good information to get from Erica yesterday.
You didn't?
Can we call her?
You're really not getting how this works. I can't just call her.
Don't we have her contact?
You have Bradley's. She never gave you any direct contact info.
Yeah. I guess we could contact Bradley.
Worth a shot.
Yeah, I've got the business card in my purse, so I'll take it out and I will like turn away from Kyle's underwear phone and pull out my own.
Your underwear phone?
No,
Or is it a bra phone, maybe?
no, just a regular phone. It's fine. I'm gonna call him up.
Ring, 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 ring. Ring, ring,
Destiny
ring, ring.
calling. Just kidding.
The office of Bradley Gray. How can I assist you?
Hello. Good morning. I was hoping to speak with Mr. Gray. It's Beatrix Carnahan calling.
Yes, please. One moment. And you get put on hold. Dee, 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 dee. Bradley Gray speaking. Trixie, is that you?
Hi, Bradley. Yes. We were wondering if you'd be able to give us some information about Dr. Arthur Fletcher.
Yes, of course. What are you looking to know?
Just maybe an address for his, well, what used to be his practice or wherever he was working.
Well, his practice has been shut down since his death. If you're looking for... I'm fairly sure all of his records and everything was transferred over to the Medical Affairs Board in New York. That might just be a dead end for you.
Trixie, ask him if they have the medical records at all.
Do you have any, or, well, maybe not you, but Miss Carlyle or the Carlyle estate at all have any medical records from the time, like when Roger was seen?
No, not that I'm aware of.
You don't have any other information on him? Does he have a home address? I know he's dead, but...
Spouse, maybe?
Yeah.
No, he was a single man. I don't, unfortunately, have any records.
Okay. 1 second. Ronnie, any other ideas?
I got nothing.
He's got nothing. No, I think... I suppose that'll do it. Thank you so much, Mr. Gray.
Yes, of course.
For your help.
Have a good day.
You as well. Oh, all righty. So that was fruitless.
Big time.
I mean, not that fruitless. You learned that any records that Carlyle had most likely still exist at the Medical Affairs Board.
Yeah, but they're not going to give them to us, Kyle.
Who said anything about give?
Are you talking about a heist, Kyle? All right.
I like the way you think, Kyle.
Wait,
and
so
I look at...
And you just glance over at the porn computer that still has the pop-up.
I like the way you think.
I like some of your ideas. Other times I question your decisions. But you're a real asset to this, you know?
Ass.
Fuck off, Kyle.
And I just like take a long swig of coffee to stop myself from being an asshole to Kyle as I look at his bald head covered in burns.
The burns aren't evident anymore. Very good plastic surgery. But yes, he is bald because of all of the injuries he sustained.
I want to get him a Conan O'Brien toupee.
Is Conan wearing a toupee? I've never paid attention.
No, I don't think so.
No, but a toupee that looks like Conan O'Brien's hair.
It is kind of Trump-like if you look at it.
Oh, God.
Poor Conan.
Wait, I assumed Kyle was a redhead. Is there a reason for that?
Not that I'm aware of.
I mean, he doesn't have hair on his head anymore.
Yeah.
He's a bald head.
He's got hair elsewhere. Places. Anyways.
Are you...
He's Kyle.
Oh,
he
shit.
shaves.
Ronnie actually is Kyle's boyfriend.
He would know he shaved if he was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
You are a liar. Kyle's
Anyway,
bed.
continuing on.
Yeah, you want to goggle the database for... That joke's never going to get old for me, I don't think. Try and figure out where this place is, maybe?
Yeah, what was it called again?
The New York Medical Affairs Board.
All right, I will goggle it in the database.
You know what? I actually think it's called something else, but we're just going to roll with it. Yeah, you pull up the address for it fairly quickly. It is... Yeah, it doesn't give me... Oh, here it is. It's on Park Avenue, 61st Street, Suite 1002.
All right, well, here's the address. Maybe we head over there after breakfast and see what we can do. I'm skeptical they're going to just hand it right over, but maybe
you can try charisma, being charismatic first. You're a big shot, Trixie. We're big shots. We might be able to talk our way in. And if that doesn't work, Ronnie, just smash and grab.
Kyle, I don't think
Ronnie's just standing there with one arm.
Right. I often forget that Ronnie only has one
hand,
one biological arm.
Okay, here's what I'm thinking. I'm devising a little plan.
Devise away.
I'm sorry to say this. You are at an advantage because someone really close to you has died recently. who might want access to medical records. Mm-hmm. Maybe we can use that to our advantage. Maybe like go in and ask for an autopsy report of your husband. Mm-hmm. Maybe cause a distraction, just let it all out right there. And maybe I can sneak back and try to find.
Yeah, because Kyle, I hate to say this, but it's not really a smash and grab sort of situation at a records place. I mean, we got to know where to find these records,
So there's a bit more smashing and a bit more grabbing, but I'm sure we can work it out. That's what I'm saying. Let's do the charisma way first.
Yep.
And when that doesn't work, just pull guns and start shooting.
Kyle, maybe you should sit this one out, bud.
That was more a metaphor than anything else.
But we've actually like
these guns. And he flexes.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus.
I really feel like in this case, though, having more people is going to help us find it quicker. Like, we got to take him.
Okay, Kyle, if things do go bad, start smashing things. That's an even better distraction.
That's pretty much my go-to plan in most things.
Okay, but like let's keep to just
trying to steal some records, trying to court a lady, just keep smashing.
What? If you're smashing, you've gone beyond courting.
I know. Okay, it's not a perfect joke.
But Kyle, let's make this very, very clear. Unless things really go south.
Don't smash the second way when we're at the court lines. Unless
I make no promises.
Unless you have an opportunity, that'd be really distracting, I guess. I don't want you to get arrested or anything. I mean, we could bail you out. We got
only
money.
if it's consensual.
Sure. Yeah, of course.
As I was trying to say.
Okay. Sorry, Trixie.
Kyle, let me just make this very, very clear. Mm-hmm. And we'll let you know if and when the time comes. Unless things really go south, you are sticking to the guns on your arms to smash things and not using guns.
No, I'm a pacifist. Only these guns.
Okay. Just making sure that we're clear about that.
And occasionally a Sig Sauer.
A Sig Sauer?
He pulls out a pistol and just cocks it.
I don't even.
Let's just leave that one here. But put it on that.
I take a
You're right. It's not that great of a gun. And he puts it down and pulls out like a Colt 45.
He's got two guns. The self-proclaimed pacifist.
They're my underwear guns. I'm a pacifist, but if it's a monster coming for me, yeah, I keep guns around the place.
Do you store things anywhere but your underwear?
Well, yeah, when I have pants on. This isn't pants time yet, Trixie. Like, I don't feel like you're getting this.
Oh, I can clearly see it is not pants time yet. I'm going to go finish getting ready, and I take another giant bite of my bagel to like finish it all at once, and I get out of there.
Okay.
And
I'm going to go get dressed
Kyle
for the
just
day.
looks at you, Ronnie, and he's like, of course it's not pants time yet. God.
Go put on some pants, Kyle.
She's in there changing. I'll wait for her to be done.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go have a smoke outside.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go outside. If he has like blinds or something, I want to close them behind me.
Okay.
I want to pull out my phone that I left that number for that journalist and see if I have any messages.
You do. She has sent you a text message. Most of it is misspelled because she is used to autocorrect and smartphones.
Just to do like 333.
Mm-hmm. Yep. How about meet up my office today? Exclamation point. And then another text message, question mark, sorry.
I'll text her back and say, like, sure, let's meet at midnight or something. I'm going to assume we're going to be back here to sleep at some point today, and then I'll try to sneak out, I think.
Oh, you're trying to meet with her on the down low.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Trixie's going to be okay with me trying to,
What is your plan of attack here?
I just want to know if this, Ronnie just is not. So that U.S. agent stole this shit from Ronnie, all that footage. Mm-hmm. And then this person comes up saying a similar thing has happened. So he assumes that she's behind it, but Ronnie doesn't think Trixie would agree with that.
Gotcha.
So he's trying to figure it out on his own.
Okay. So Trixie is now dressed. Kyle is reluctantly putting on pants. And Ronnie has made a covert dealing with a New York Times reporter. And so you're headed to the Medical Affairs Board?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You head over, taking the Pen 15. And you head inside, and it has a fairly nice lobby. It's a government building, so it's kind of a brutalist architecture.
Yeah.
And what do you do?
So as we walk in, I'm just going to walk sort of with purpose right up to the front desk. Excuse me.
An older gentleman looks up. He looks to be the front desk secretary. Yes, hello. How can I help you?
Hello. I was hoping to get access to some important records today.
What records are you looking for?
My husband's. Well, fiance's.
Yes.
He was murdered 3 days ago, and I would really like to see the autopsy report.
Oh, of course. Can I see proof of identification and the deceased's name and other medical info so I can track down his file?
Yes. And I'm going to pull out my ID and then what I just...
Like all the stuff for Jackson. You probably have it. His driver's license and stuff like that.
Yeah. And I'll pull all that out.
Oh, I see that you're not married yet. Is that correct?
Well, no. And when you say yet, that implies that it will still happen. Did I mention he was murdered 3 days ago?
Yes, I just need some proof of, relationship here.
Well,
I can't just release it to anybody who comes up saying they were marrying so-and-so. You can always try fast talking.
You know what? Let me call up my lawyer. He was getting our marriage license drawn up and everything arranged here. And I'm going to pull out my phone and call up Carlton. That's my lawyer, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to call up Carlton. Here, speak with my lawyer.
And he takes the phone, kind of unsure what to do with it, and holds it up to you. Hello? Yes, my name's Alfred Smith. Who is this? Yes. Calling about a Trixie Carnahan and a Jackson Elias, and supposedly they're married. And go ahead and roll me a fast talk.
Are there any other people in this office?
Yeah, you can see there are other people. There's a security guard kind of making their rounds. Just normal day-to-day office life. You're kind of just in the front lobby.
Okay. I guess I'm going to take a seat somewhere.
Okay.
And as close as I can get to the offices behind where the records might be, any doorway.
Yeah, it's easy enough.
Okay.
So I was a 54 and I have a 46.
I see. And how do I have any proof of who you are, sir? Yes, I am sorry, but things must be done properly. Yes. Well, you can always call back and speak with our lawyers. Have a good day, sir. And he hangs up the phone. Yes, I'm sorry. I need a bit more than just a random voice on the phone. Is there something else you can provide, or? I
mean, I have his social security card. I pulled that out.
Yes, identity theft is a real crime.
I'm not pretending to be my dead fiance.
No, but you could be a reporter looking for news on this person's death.
I am a reporter. I'm not
kind of a big profile case.
I'm not.
He's slowly becoming Sean Connery.
I'm not. I am a reporter, yes, by my job, but
you just admitted it. Now, why should I trust you?
Because I'm being honest. That is my profession. But my husband, my fiance.
Miss, is there a problem here? And you look over and the security guard has come up. Alfred, is there a problem? This lady's trying to get into our secure records.
I just want to see my fiance's autopsy report. I am starting to have a problem.
Yeah, we're going to need you to calm down, ma'am.
I am grieving. You're going to tell me to calm down?
Yes, this is a public office. We can't have you just shouting at our secretary here. I'm not a secretary. I am the office clerk. Yeah, sure, Alfred.
There wouldn't be any issue if he would just go back there and find my fiance's records.
Office policy doesn't let me do that.
I have provided all the information you should possibly need. You've spoken with my lawyer. I don't understand.
I'll have to get my supervisor.
You do that. And I'm going to stand there tapping my foot, and I'm going to like look over at Roni, and I assume Kyle's maybe sitting in a different part of the room, like reading a magazine. Like,
I'm just going to mouth at you more.
is Alfred going and getting his?
Yeah,
supervisor?
Alfred takes his sweet time to go into the back and find someone. About 10 minutes pass. And an even older gentleman comes out dressed in definitely out of fashion suit. Might have been in fashion when he bought it 40 years ago, but, you know, he didn't keep up with the times. Yes. My name's Dr. Fuck.
Dr. Fuck. That sounds like what Kyle's name would be if he went on to get a PhD.
Kyle's the fuck doctor.
Is Kyle's favorite movie Hitch?
It would be, wouldn't it? Yes, my name is Dr. Clark Smith. How can I help you?
Hello, Mr. Smith. I am here to take a look at, I don't even need to take them out of the building. I just would really like to see my late fiance's autopsy records. And
yes, Alfred has been telling me that you don't have any proof of relationship. Don't you know that living together before marriage is a sin? What have they been teaching youngsters these days?
Oh my God. Wow. So I come in here, my husband is dead, not 3 days in the ground, and you have the audacity to preach to me?
Ma'am, no shouting. No shouting.
I'm sorry, I'm just getting a little upset.
Woman should be seen, not heard.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
I don't see what the problem is.
Wow.
I'm just like nodding. I'm like, yeah.
I can't believe this. I am
to
truly
clarify,
appalled.
Ronnie's nodding in agreement with, yes, Trixie, make a scene.
Yeah.
Not
with what this old man and his bigot is about.
Evan does not agree with the bigotry. He agrees with the scene I am creating. This is absolutely ridiculous. I can't. Is there a supervisor above you? Actually, you know what? I hate to ask because I feel like the next person to walk through that door probably also died 3 days ago, just like my husband. How old are you even? What century are you from? This is ridiculous. And I'm going to like slap I assume there'd be like a little pencil holder to
yes.
and I'm just going to like look around and like knock that off.
No, ma'am, we can't have you be doing that. Step back immediately.
I'm not leaving without those records. I'm not doing it.
Ma'am, if you keep this up, we're going to have to call the police.
Fine. Call the police. You know what? I saw them recently. We're friends. You want to know why? They were in my living room 3 days ago, cleaning up my bloody, dead husband's body. And I'm going to say this really loud, and I really hope there's at least one small child in the sitting room, in the waiting room with their parents.
Roll luck.
I want to start like inching.
Roll me stealth with advantage. So roll an extra D10, the D100, the one with the 0.
So that was a 38 and I have 66 for luck.
There is indeed a small child who is old enough to understand you and young enough not to have any impulse control. And have you been swearing? I honestly can't remember.
I think I've just said, oh my God. I don't think I've actually.
They
I
start
do it now
crying.
though. The fuck is going on with this place? It's whack.
And the kid just, the fuck? And, oh my God, what are you teaching me? You can't do this. Ma'am, you need to leave.
That's what the mother is telling me now? Ma'am, you need to leave. What are you doing? Bringing a child here where obviously people are going to be upset because people have died. And I look right at the small child. People have died.
Yes.
And the mother looks at the doctor. What are you doing about it? I don't know what's going on. And she slaps him. And he's call the police. I've been assaulted. And what did you get?
48 versus 70.
Yeah, you sneak into the back.
Okay, nice.
And Kyle like is watching, and he's kind of forgotten that he's supposed to follow you because he's really fucking amused.
Was he supposed to follow me?
I have no idea.
Oh yeah, to like help you like look twice as fast.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
It's like, whoa, this is great. It's just like watching my soaps.
And I see him slip into the back out of the corner of my eye, and I'm like, all right, I gotta hold their attention. So I'm gonna like walk over to the coffee table that I assume just has like some People magazine, some Us, whatever, US Weekly, and I'm just like, oh well, if you're not gonna give me my records, I suppose this will have to do. Oh, that's not my husband's autopsy. Rip. That's not my husband's autopsy. Rip. And I just start ripping pages out of the magazine and crumpling them up.
And the kid comes up and starts chucking the paper at people.
And I'm like, yeah, this is good for anger management. And then I get
and they just look up at you. Fuck.
The fuck is right. And I'm just tearing this. And like, honestly, this is out of character for Trixie. But she's in a pretty delicate place. So really playing into this is becoming easier and easier with each passing minute.
Okay, so roll me and this is for Ronnie. We're going to go with you for a minute. Roll me spot hidden.
Not library use?
No.
I had to try.
I really should have been the one to go back there.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Or not.
That's a success. 14 versus 25.
Yeah, it takes you a moment, but in a small room next to the entrance, you find a bunch of sealed boxes. And you're like, I guess I just start searching, and you start reading through. And one of the first boxes there is just Dr. Arthur Fletcher and the information and everything there.
Okay, sweet. How big is the box? Like, can I like stick the files in my jacket or?
There are a few boxes, and they're like the file-sized boxes. The like 2
paper
feet
reams
by 1 feet by like 1.5 feet.
Okay, here's a decision. Do I just grab all of them and run out, or should I flip through and try to find something?
I don't know. Ronnie's alone. What does Ronnie do?
I'm going to assume I hear Trixie's still making a fuss, so I'm going to try to flip them open and try to find specifically Carlyle's file.
Okay, give me a luck roll.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I rolled 100. Which is the worst you can do, right? It's a critical failure.
Was it 000 or 001?
000.
Ooh.
Fuck.
I legitimately don't know what to have happen here.
Pull out one of those like chaos, like wild magic charts from D&D and just make it somehow apply.
Turn everyone into a plant.
Okay, 1 second.
I was like, I can't even push that. I don't have enough luck points. I could push it, right?
You could push it. Here's what I'll let you re-roll it. If you fail, a guard is going to catch you.
And it has to beat my luck total?
Yes.
I have 86. The chances are pretty good.
I've been rolling a lot of 90s.
We've got a lot
tonight.
of money. Just bail me out, right? Unless you are also in. But we have a lawyer.
Yeah. I'm less worried about bailing you out and more worried about us having this opportunity to get this information
maybe
again.
you'll be able to meet Hilton Adams in prison. But go ahead.
I'm going to push it.
Push it real good.
That's 11. I passed for sure.
Oh, God bless.
Okay, you're like, you open it and you're overwhelmed for a moment. There's so many names, and it's just, Ronnie might be a little dyslexic, maybe undiagnosed or something, but he blinks, focuses, and there's Roger Carlyle's file, and he just grabs it, pockets it, and walks directly out of the office, watching Trixie and the kid and the mother and Dr. Smith and Alfred and the security guard all arguing with each other and shouting and screaming and throwing pieces of paper. And what are you doing, Trixie?
This whole time I'm sort of like, I keep looking at the door.
I'm going to like bump into her as I like walk out.
Okay.
Just so it's super obvious.
Okay. And I'm just going to be like looking appalled, like, oh, God, everybody in this place. What kind of place are you running here? You know what? I don't even care. That's fine. I'll have my lawyer come in here next time, and then you won't get some little pens knocked over on a desk or some paper thrown around your waiting room. You will have a lawsuit, good sirs. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
No, we can't have you leave, ma'am. The police are on their way.
Oh, no. I'm going to leave.
Ma'am.
No.
Ma'am.
And I'm going to like try to like wiggle so they can't like grab me. and I'm going to like book it for the door.
Yeah, you book it out the door.
Is Kyle coming?
Kyle's just amused.
He's just sitting there.
He's like, oh, fuck. Yeah. Bye. And he leaves.
And yeah, I'm going to walk jog like quite quickly back to like where our car is.
Okay.
And
yeah, you all get in and what do you do?
Let's drive away.
Car.
Yep.
Drive to Kyle's.
Driving to fuck boy.
Car. Engage cloaking. I'm just kidding.
All right. Ronnie, did you get it? Did you get the file?
And I pull it out of my suit jacket and I like wiggle it with like a look on my face like, what do you think?
Oh, thank God. Because I really don't think I'm ever going to be able to go back there.
Yeah, I was really pushing it. That was close.
I'm like, you're really pushing it.
Yeah. Good job though, Trixie.
Thanks. It was actually way easier to act distraught than I thought it would be. Like it was actually pretty easy. I
think we're all a little distraught. Yeah.
Yeah. I like kind of worried myself for a little bit in there. I mean, wait, did I really just teach a young kid to say fuck? did I?
That's what I heard that fuck from all the way back there. Yeah.
I look at Kyle.
It was fucking great.
Oh my God.
Mom, you made me real proud today.
Oh, jeez. It had to be done, right, guys? It had to be done.
It's perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what Jackson would have wanted.
It's weird. I'm having this weird memory back to like this fairy tale I read as a child about this little old woman who she disguised herself as a kid and sold drugs to this other kid, and the kid lost their arm. And she would, and I'm having this weird feeling like, am I that old lady now?
It sounds super German.
I think her name was Verna. Sort of German-esque, right? I don't know.
To anyone out there super confused, that was an old campaign we ran in D&D. Anyway, as you're driving back, do you look at the file? Is there anything you do on the way?
Yeah. As soon as we're clear, I think it would be appropriate time to pop open the file.
Yeah. You pop it open and you see this. First meeting, January 11th, 2018. Reference, Rebecca Carlyle. Closest relative, Rebecca Carlyle. At his sister's insistence, Mr. Roger Vane Worthington Carlyle visited me this morning. He deprecates the importance of his state of mind, but concedes that he has had some trouble sleeping due to a recurring dream, in which he hears a distant voice calling his name. Interestingly, the voice uses Mr. Carlyle's second given name, Vane, by which Mr. Carlyle admits he always thinks of himself. Carlyle moves towards the voice and has to struggle through a web-like mist in which the caller is understood to stand. The caller is a man. Tall, gaunt, dark. An inverted ankh blazes on his forehead. Following the Egyptian theme, C has had no conscious interest in things Egyptian, he says. The man extends his hand to C, his palms held upward. Pictured on his left palm, C discovers his own face. On the right palm, C sees an unusual misshapen pyramid. The caller then brings his hands together, and C feels himself float off the ground into space. He halts before an assemblage of monstrous figures of humans with animal limbs, with fangs and talons, or of no particular shape at all. All of them circle a pulsating ball of yellow energy, which C recognizes as another aspect of the calling man. The ball draws him in, he becomes part of it, and sees through eyes not his own. A great triangle appears in the void, its twisted symmetry of the same fashion as the vision of the pyramid. C then hears the caller say, "And become with me a god." As millions of odd shapes and forms rush into the triangle, C wakes. C does not consider this dream a nightmare, although it does upset his sleep. He says that he revels in it and that it is a genuine calling, although my strong impression is that he is actually undecided about it. An inability to choose seems to characterize much of his life. September 18th, 2018. He calls her Atiana, Anastasia, and my priestess. He is obsessive about her, as well he might be. Exterior devotion is certainly one way to ease the tensions of megalomaniac contradictions. She is certainly a rival to my authority. December 3rd, 2018. If I do not go, C threatens exposure. If I do go, all pretense of analysis will certainly be lost. What then will be my role? And those are just excerpts from the full notes.
Again, I'm going to want those.
Yes.
Cool.
Wait, what is he threatening to?
You don't know.
Okay.
That's a little weird. So last night, you remember when I came in to take a shower in the middle of the night? Right, Kyle?
Yeah, I thought I dreamed that, but...
Yeah, no, that was real.
Most of the time, women are leaving my room in the middle of the night, not,
Oh, wow. We'll talk about that at another time, or never. I had a really weird dream, you guys, and some of what was just described in this dream seems very similar to what I dreamt.
Like what?
I mean, the whole bit about there being multiple people that seemed like their minds or heads like seemed to like go into his, like there were these three guys. Like I had this feeling of hunger, and in the dream, like I ate these men, and I felt their faces become a part of mine, and I saw through their eyes, and I point on the file where it says that, and like it says it right here, like he saw through their eyes. Like this is just very reminiscent of what I was feeling and what I saw. And
okay. What about
I don't know, and
that's
and I don't know. I read that bit out of the book in the car. Remember when you told me not to, and then I did? Well, I did, and then you told me not to. So it's maybe it's your bad for not stopping me sooner. I don't know.
It's your fault, Ronnie.
But I read that. I also saw Jackson in the mirror at the Carlyle's place, and that was before I had looked at anything. I don't know.
What?
But something's going on here.
What did Jackson's notes say? Those like really weird ones. Do we remember?
It says, particularly, many names, many forms, but all the same and toward one end. Need help. Too big, too ghastly. These dreams like Carlyle's? Check that psychoanalyst's files. All of them survived. They'll open the gate. Why? So the power and danger is real. Many threads beginning. The books are in Carlyle's safe. Coming for me. Will the ocean protect? No quitters now. Must tell and make readers believe. Should I scream for them? Let's scream together.
Okay.
Jackson was also having these dreams, and now I'm having these dreams, and Carlyle had these dreams, and we don't know what happened to Carlyle, but either he's dead or he's disappeared. Jackson is dead or disappeared, right? Like Roger is.
I mean, he looked pretty dead to me.
I mean, someone that looked like Jackson looked pretty dead.
I mean, it's not like they found bodies that looked like Roger and all the other expedition members. We have Jackson's body.
Oh.
Have you?
I haven't actually seen the autopsy report.
Or you could
what if
go
it wasn't
see
him?
Jackson's body.
It's okay.
Actually, no, you can't. We buried him.
We ashed him, didn't we? He got cremated.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm starting to think maybe that wasn't Jackson's body. That's all I'm saying. Point is,
Interesting.
Is that what Kyle says?
Yeah.
all I'm saying is things did not end well for them. And I'm having the same dreams, you guys. And what's happening?
It's okay. Everything's fine.
Everything is definitely not fine.
Why would he want us to go down the same path he did if this was the consequence, you know?
I mean, you're right. You're right. That's a good point.
I just think this reinforces, like, you shouldn't, I don't want you reading those books. Like,
someone's got to read them. The answers are in there.
I know, I'm on it. I've got it. I've read one before.
Yeah. And we all know what happened. Well, I look at Kyle.
Yeah.
We are aware that bad things can happen. Right, Ronnie?
Yeah, and I'm being more
like my mom
responsible.
died and ate a bunch of people's faces.
Yeah. Like that.
I get that, yeah. But, like, you're obviously in a fragile place. Just, like, let me do this, okay? I worry, I don't want you to end up like Jackson did.
I'm already having the dreams.
I know, which is why we need to take it slow. Okay?
Okay. Okay, but if it becomes too much, I'm helping. I mean, I don't know. We have to figure this out.
I can't, just not you. I can't, just no, I can't. You need to stay safe, okay? Just like, please, yeah. Please, for the love of God, just listen. Like, please, I'm not gonna do it. I'll never give you a command, but just, I'm asking you.
Wait, Ronnie, what the fuck are you saying?
I look at him, I say, shut up. I'm just kidding.
Jump out of the car.
If I just made Kyle shut the hell up forever.
What would that actually do, though? Shut the hell up. He would have to go to hell.
I think you would take it more literally, and there would be some massive sanity punishments coming for everyone.
Oh, man. No. Okay. Kyle, just, again, I don't want more burdens on you.
Trixie, is he threatening you?
No.
Trixie, you never should accept abuse.
Thank you, Kyle.
Even from your closest friends.
Kyle, You're so right.
I don't like the vibe. Like, he kind of reminds me of Dad, and I don't.
Okay, Kyle, I'm trying to, like, undo the emotional abuse I've put on Trixie in the past 4 years. I mean,
you weren't there. I was. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know I wasn't there, man.
That's the point. That's part of it.
Like, calm the fuck down, man. No threatening her.
Okay.
It's okay, Kyle.
You got it,
it's
Kyle.
okay.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
And he flexes. He T-poses for dominance. He's like, look at me, man. I've got both arms. What are you going to do?
Nothing. I just got a shitty hook. You're right, bud. I appreciate you looking out for her. Call me on my shit. It's okay.
I'm going to.
Yeah. That's why you're part of the team. Okay.
What the fuck?
It's.
And he pulls out his phone and goes on TikTok.
He can be so great.
Kyle is a man of mysteries.
He can be so great, and within seconds, so not.
Yeah.
All right. So what are you guys up to now?
When we get back to Kyle's,
I don't think you probably have to go back to Kyle's right away.
Okay. Well, the car is navigating there.
It's navigating wherever you want it to.
Well, yeah, I can change. I guess it's currently going to fuck boys.
Yeah, that is what we said, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Do we want to go check out that
I think.
prison?
Yeah, and on second thought, maybe it's not the greatest thing to go back to our only safe place right now after I just made a scene in a government building.
Yeah.
Probably not the best idea to go to prison, but how are you going to get speak with him? Because do you have any contact? I can't imagine just going to a prison and asking to see someone's going to go well.
Well, we are reporters. Sometimes.
I don't see what that's going to change.
Okay, Kyle, who apparently knows a lot about.
What if
my dad was in jail for beating my mom.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry, Kyle. Oof. I guess you do know a lot about prison.
Yeah.
He pulls out a bandana, puts it on his head. I'm prison, Kyle.
Oh, man. Okay, hear me out. What if we get Carlton to come and say,
Kyle speaks up. What about that reporter? Wasn't she wanting to know about, wanted to talk about him.
How was she going to be able to talk to him though?
I don't know. It just seems like she was interested.
We could see if she has any connections or can get us in touch with some sort of connection. I think I still have her card here.
So hear me out though. Okay. We play as lawyers with a mysterious benefactor, I guess is the word. We're this guy's new lawyers now that this case is reopened.
I can't imagine that pretending to be a lawyer is a legal thing to do, much less in a prison.
You were the one who was just talking about
we'll
smashing and grabbing in a government building with official records, Kyle.
Yeah,
Where do you draw the line?
There's a difference between like, fighting some doctors and then, the cops.
Uh-huh.
Like, ACAB and all that. But, they're armed and, there's a lot more of them than us.
I'm just saying, what if we bring Carlton and we're their mysterious funders? We have a real lawyer and
yes.
we want to represent this guy.
I hear you on this, and I'm not against this plan, but I do think Kyle's onto something about contacting this woman. Okay. I'm going to contact her.
Sure.
Chaos.
I told her to keep it all secret from Trixie, so I'm not too worried.
So yeah, I'm gonna call her up.
Okay. You call her. The phone rings. Rebecca Shosenburg, New York Times. How can I help you?
Hi, Miss Shosenburg. I met you at my fiance's funeral.
Oh, Trixie, I wasn't expecting you to call. Yes, how can I help you?
Yeah, well, I'm here with Roni and Kyle, and we were talking about speaking with...
Hey, Roni, roll me a luck. Continue.
We were talking about speaking with Hilton Adams and realized we're not so sure that we'd be able to get in there and talk with him. And you seem to maybe have some connections or maybe you have some ideas. You could get us in touch with someone who could get us access to him. I don't know.
I've been working with his wife for the past little bit, trying to prove his innocence. So I certainly hope I'd be able to help you here.
Okay. Yeah. Do you think she'd be willing to speak with us and help us be able to speak with him?
She should. She's very interested in proving her husband's innocence. I'm going to, 1 second. And she puts you on hold and a few minutes pass and, she comes back. Yes, Trixie, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes. I just spoke to Millie. Can you be down at the Dempsey Theater in an hour?
Certainly.
All right. I will meet you there and, we can talk.
Great. We'll see you soon.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.
So you seem to have been lucky, Roni, and she didn't mention your secret liaison.
I was like, the fact that I'm mentioning that he's with me right now might make her be like, oh, so he filled you in on. I was just leaving that chance out there. I don't know.
Well, I told her
that's what the luck roll was for.
Yeah.
And I told her
he gave me a thumbs up during the middle of it. I realize this is an auditory medium now.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I told her that as I wanted to keep this specific thing from you.
Yeah. Still.
Yeah.
I don't know. She could be more of a ditz than we thought.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point. Alrighty.
She seems like a pretty smart cookie.
Yeah. Smart cookies can be ditzy.
All right. So are you heading to the theater or anything else in between?
Probably pick up coffee, at my favorite corporate location, whose tagline, is tastes like corruption. Just kidding. No, I'm not kidding. Actually,
Rats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
So we'll just go through that drive-through. We got a little bit of time to kill.
Rat, that's what it is.
Yeah, we'll go to Scub Rats and then, and then just head straight there.
It's the same exact logo as Starbucks, but there's a rat with a, crown on it, just giving a thumbs up.
Nice.
Scub Rats.
Tastes like corruption.
God damn it. I'm not even going to say anything because
because of the last time.
I'm real worried about Trixie, to be honest. What she was making these comparisons, I was shitting myself a little bit. Not literally.
Does Roni have the self-introspection to realize he's headed down a very weird path reading all those books?
I think he does because he's...
All right.
He's honestly just trying to do the right thing here. That's all.
Okay. So you got your coffee. You're heading to the theater.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the Dempsey Theater is a institution in New York, in Harlem. It has been around for a long, long time. All sorts of plays and productions have been staged here. Stepping inside, you find Rebecca Shosenburg and a middle-aged black woman waiting for you underneath the theater's marquee. Do you approach them?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Rebecca kind of nods to the two of you. Roni, Trixie, thank you for coming. This is Millie Adams, and she shakes your hands in greeting. Hello.
I want to shake hands with Millie and what's her name?
Rebecca?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're like, oh, nice to meet you. Because as far as Trixie knows, I don't know this person.
Gotcha. Would Trixie recognize that?
That he...
Technically wasn't supposed to know her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Whenever I was on the phone, I was like, oh, I'm here with him. It's like, I assumed that if she knew that much about me, she would know that I worked with him. But I'm like,
Gotcha.
yeah, that checks out. They don't know each other.
Yes, please come on in. Come on in. We can speak in the main auditorium. And heading inside, you see that there are people cleaning the carpets and everything, members of staff going about their daily jobs, and they all seem to know Millie and greet her with various amounts of friendliness. Heading into the main auditorium, the house lights are up, and Millie leads you to seats in the center stage.
Ms. Adams, everyone seems to know you here. I mean, what's your connection to the theater?
I'm running the theater currently. It's kind of been my home for a long time. I grew up, taking part in the productions here and been working here most of my life.
Oh, that's really neat. I think I've been to a show or two years ago.
Yeah, you've been to Washington, this universe version of Hamilton.
Or is it Burr?
I like that better. It is Burr. It's also a crossover with Frozen.
Yeah, I think I saw a really avant-garde.
Disney would.
Right.
It's got a weird song in the second act where Aaron Burr and Elsa have a duet.
Yeah, I think
with King George.
I think my mom brought me here for a production. I'm from Nebraska, but my mom took me on a trip to New York City right around when I was graduating high school, and we saw Burr.
Millie kind of nods politely, but you can tell her thoughts are definitely elsewhere.
I thought you were going to say Elsa. Yes. Okay. So we're like sitting in the middle now.
And Rebecca kind of takes the lead with the conversation. And so, forgive me, there's really no way to be delicate about this with everything that's going on. We believe that someone is framing Millie's husband, Hilton, with the murders that have been occurring around the city. And we also believe that your fiance's death proves that Hilton is innocent.
I've only just learned about these murders, and I can't speak to your husband overall. However, we are here because we agree with you on at least one front, and that is that your husband most certainly cannot possibly be responsible for my Jackson's death. I mean, he's been in prison for how long now?
It's been a while. He wouldn't have had it's been too long.
And so he certainly couldn't have killed Jackson, and the murders that he supposedly committed and Jackson's look similar. It all adds up, and I'm going on faith here that you're right. I want justice for Jackson, and I'm sure you want justice for your husband. So what can we do? How can we help? Can you get us in to talk with him?
Yes, we can do that more than easily enough. As a reporter, I'm sure you've been doing your own digging. What have you found?
Well, in terms of the Harlem murders, not much. There hasn't been much there. I mean, really, the connection I see to the only connection I think we're really seeing to your husband right now is that my husband was killed in a similar way with that symbol on his forehead. And we suspect that my husband was killed because of his connection to a lot of things involving the Carlyle expedition. I don't know that means anything to you, but
neither of them really react to that.
So yeah, I don't know. I guess I just have this, a big question for me is why would they frame Hilton? I mean, do you have any idea why they would pick him?
We have some suspicions, yes. The Harlem murders, it baffled police when it started. They were just bodies showing up with this symbol in their head being the only connection between them. I don't know. You say you don't really know anything about Hilton. He's always been a good man. His time in the military lent him a certain... his time in the military stemmed from a need to protect people, and that didn't end when he came back from his tours in Iraq. He grew concerned along with some of his friends, that locals nearby started to disappear several years ago, and him and his friends started setting up watch groups to try and protect our neighborhoods. And the police have been hampering their efforts. Even when the bodies started showing up, the police were still not doing anything and just blaming the wrong people. And it's all been very difficult. And we believe a lot of it is Hilton knows more. You'll probably want to speak to him, but we know, and Millie starts speaking, Rebecca, I do remember, a few nights before he was arrested, that Hilton was talking about a place called Club Apocalypse with one of his friends who worked as a reporter, Needham Johnson. Both of you roll me history checks.
That's a failure.
Which isn't surprising knowing Ronnie.
I only have 5% in that section.
What does that say?
4.
Sweet.
So Trixie, you are aware of what Club Apocalypse is. It is a high-end nightclub, the type of place that does not like reporters, that caters to the rich, the famous, the top 1% of the 1% of society, a place where they can relax and party in secrecy without the eyes of the world on them. It is notorious for its jealous guarding of its patrons' secrets, and to hear that they might somehow be involved here is a little interesting.
Do you remember what he was saying about this club, or?
It was the first I'd ever heard of it, and then the next thing I know, he was found standing over the body of a middle-aged white man in an alley, and I just don't know how that happened or what led up to it, and I never had a chance to speak to him past that.
Okay.
So he was found standing over a dead body?
With his knife and the body showing, similar knife wounds. The thing is, I don't ever remember him taking his knife out with him. He wasn't looking for that type of confrontation. He was trying to protect people, not harm them.
Before this happened, did you notice any unusual behavior in him?
I mean, he was becoming more reticent, and the little bit he told me, he thought there might be a cult operating here in New York, but he never told me all that much, except that everyone seemed to be working with them. The police, the authorities, the mayor, just anybody with any amount of power in this city somehow listened to this cult.
He never mentioned the name of the cult.
No.
Okay. That does sound like a setup. I mean, Club Apocalypse. I mean, that place is a fortress, and anybody associated with that place, I mean, if Hilton crossed the wrong person with that level of status, I mean, being framed is totally within the realm of belief.
And that's what we're afraid of.
Do you think Jackson could have... Hilton never mentioned a man named Jackson at all?
No.
Okay.
And I haven't really been able to speak to him since September of last year.
Okay.
Since he was imprisoned.
How soon do you think you could get us in contact with him?
Rebecca thinks about it for a moment. I can probably set up something fairly soon.
Okay. As soon as possible would be good. I think you two have been so much help, but I really do think he has more to that could help us and help him.
I can set up that meeting right away.
All right.
Is there anything else?
I don't think so. Not right now. And here, Millie, and I'm going to pull out one of my business cards
She takes
and
it.
give it to her. And I'm obviously not in the office these days, definitely working on the road. So use that cell number. If anything comes to mind, if you can think of anything, or if you get in contact with Hilton sooner, like on a phone call or something, if he's able, but be careful. And I look at Ronnie, I'm like, not that this is always a concern, but based on what you've told us, if you have any conversations with him over the phone, keep them really innocent. Let's say, like, keep them about things like the weather and how your family friends are doing. Like, because his phones honestly could be tapped. I know that this sounds a little paranoid. I look at Ronnie again, just like.
And Ronnie, for once, feels happiness.
But
Ronnie's level of suspicion is way out the roof too.
I really do think in a situation like this, you need to be careful. Okay.
No, of course. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for the advice.
All right. You know what? As a matter of fact, hey, Ronnie, do you have an extra burner phone on you?
Sure. Yeah. And
He's got like 20 in his bag.
I'll pull one out of my bag and be like, there's one phone number in there and it goes to me. So if you need anything, just call it.
So yeah, if you really need to tell us something super confidential or whatever, maybe use that burner phone. Otherwise, you can call me for anything else, because that number's only going to work once, right? You set it up in such a way that...
I mean, it should work until you break the phone.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe, Ronnie, let's not break this one.
Okay. Yeah.
Right away.
No,
Okay.
I know how this works.
I know. It's just usually I see you use it once and break it. So
Well, yeah, it depends on the circumstances.
that makes sense. Okay. Great. Thank you again so much.
Yeah, and as your meeting concludes, I assume you go back out to your Tesla.
Yes.
Roll me spot hidden, both of you.
Was there like a parking lot to this place?
Ronnie, roll with advantage.
That does it. 13.
Mine's 48 with a 91.
Both of you notice a large black SUV with tinted windows down the street.
How far down the street?
Far enough down that it looks like they're trying not to be suspicious. And as you get in the Pen 15 and start driving, it starts following you. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Yikes.
Thank you so much to listening to this episode 18 of our Masks of Nyarlathotep campaign. Oh, feels like we finally started getting into some big things here. As always, if you've liked what you've heard, please leave us a rating and a review in whatever podcast app you're listening to us to. That helps us that helps new listeners find us, and it's always a good thing. If you want to get in contact with us a bit more directly, you can always tweet us at @WhatRulesPod or send us an email at whatrulespod@gmail.com. D&D will be the next episode coming out, followed by the next episode of Masks of Nyarlathotep. See you next time. Bye.